Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You're watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
A casino that sued the Las Vegas Grand Prix is now an official venue for the race. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7 tonight. I'm John Archuleta. Starting with health, brought to you by CenterWell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. A listeria outbreak sickens at least 10 people in the U.S., including cases here in Nevada. Federal, state, and local officials are investigating the outbreak that's been linked to ready-to-eat items produced by Fresh and Ready Foods, a company in San Fernando, California. The FDA says 10 people in California and Nevada required hospitalization. The agency says the contaminated products were sold to hospitals, hotels, convenience stores, airports, and by airlines. Fresh and Ready Foods said it took immediate action, including removing equipment. Listeria symptoms usually start within 2 weeks of eating contaminated food and can include fever, muscle aches, nausea, tiredness, vomiting, and diarrhea. More severe symptoms may include headache, stiff neck, confusion, convulsions, and loss of balance. In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Those strong winds from Sunday made a return today. Here's some video we shot of the gust over off West Lake Mead and Martin Luther King Boulevard. You can see the trees just whipping around the businesses in that area, with some gusts reaching over 40 miles per hour. And those gusts will continue as we have a wind advisory through 11 tonight. And that wind probably felt warm as we did reach a high of 89 degrees today. And as you can see, things don't start to cool down until late tonight, dropping into the 70s starting at 10 p.m. and then into the 60s in the early morning hours on Tuesday. Looking at your 3-day forecast, tomorrow we get some wind with mostly sunny skies and a high around 79 degrees and an overnight low of 61. Then we go back to the 80s on Wednesday and Thursday with lows in the 60s. In your top stories, a hearing to discuss whether Michelle Fiore should remain suspended as a Pahrump Justice of the Peace ended without a decision. Fiore was convicted on federal conspiracy and wire fraud charges in October, but President Donald Trump pardoned her on April 23rd before she could be sentenced. The Nevada Commission on Judicial Discipline suspended Fiore after she was indicted, and the panel filed a notice on May 2nd that it intended to continue her suspension despite the pardon. During a hearing Friday, Fiore's defense attorney Paola Armeni asked the panel to reconsider.
So I submit to this commission, there is no jurisdiction to use the accusations in the federal criminal case against Ms. Fiore as a basis to suspend her.
Fiore was present during the video conference but did not speak. After Armeni spoke, commission members went into a closed session, but no decision was made. A judge sets bail at $250,000 for a Las Vegas corrections officer accused of a fatal hit and run. Metro Police say 45-year-old Maurice Washington was speeding north on Decatur Boulevard around 3:30 Sunday morning when his Mercedes-Benz hit and killed 58-year-old Elijah Givens. Officers say Givens was crossing Decatur at Alta Drive against the pedestrian signal. Police say Washington took off after the crash but eventually returned to the scene and showed signs of impairment. He was arrested and faces several counts, including DUI, resulting in death. The Las Vegas Grand Prix partners with a casino that sued the Formula One race. The agreement makes Ellis Island, located just next to the Grand Prix Plaza on Koval Lane, an official venue of the race. Ellis Island sued the race in April of last year, arguing it lost millions of dollars because the event limited access to the casino's property. A judge dismissed the case in September. Details on Ellis Island spectator zone and hotel packages for the race in November will be announced at a later date. Business brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. 2 Republican politicians are working to get more public land released for development to address the housing crisis. Governor Joe Lombardo has signed a deal with the Bureau of Land Management to help identify federal land that is available for disposal, and he introduced a $250 million bill to support housing through grants, loans, and rebates. In Washington, Congressman Mark Amodei helped approve a bill with a last-minute amendment to sell off over 93,000 acres of public lands in Nevada, including over 65,000 in Clark County. However, multiple Democrats have opposed that move. A BLM official did not respond to requests for comment. New rules from the Federal Trade Commission on junk fees took effect today. Those resort fees that many hotels charge guests remain legal, but now hotels and resorts must fully disclose total pricing, including all mandatory fees. And live entertainment venues must disclose processing fees for tickets. The new rules also apply to short-term rentals like Airbnb, and violators can face civil penalties.
Sports brought to you by Station Casino's STN Sports. Download the app today. A big win over the weekend. I'm Dominic Lavoie with your Golden Knights update. Riley Smith beats the buzzer Saturday night in Edmonton, scoring the game-winning goal with 0.4 of a second remaining in regulation, pushing Vegas to a 4-3 win in Game 3. Shea Theodore's thoughts ahead of Game 4.
It's that time of year where, the pressure's on and, bounces are kind of crazy. You look around the league, it seems like every night there's a puck going off, a skate or a hand, and, hopefully we get some more of those bounces tonight.
Follow along on the web and social media for continued Golden Knights playoff coverage. Sports betting brought to you by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The second golf major of the year tees off Thursday with the PGA Championship. Scottie Scheffler is a slight -450 favorite over Rory McIlroy, the 5-1 second choice after he completed the career Grand Slam by winning the Masters in April. Bryson DeChambeau is a 10-1 third choice of the Westgate Superbook, followed by Xander Schauffele and Justin Thomas each at 18-1. John Rahm and Colin Morikawa are each 20-1, and Ludwig Aberg is listed at 25-1 odds.
Now for entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, with live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. After 4 years of performances, a dance production is going dark at the Strat. LVRJ entertainment columnist John Katsalamidis has more.
Illuminate, the dance show in which cast members groove inside LED-trimmed suits, is closing on May 31st. Muriel Kotby, the show's creator, has announced that this will be happening. That means the show will be opening up the 7 p.m. slot for Terry Fader, who has been at the 5 p.m. position inside the theater. That begins on June 2nd. Kotby said it's been an absolute honor to bring the show, which became a hit on America's Got Talent, to the Strip, and she's now set to tour it around the country.
In lifestyle news, Las Vegas celebrates its Western roots at the annual Haldorado Days Parade. Local organizations, schools, artists, car and motorcycle clubs, and cultural groups walked down 4th Street between Gatz and Stewart Avenues over the weekend. The parade started in 1935 and is sponsored by the Commission for the Las Vegas Centennial. May 15th of this year marks the 120th anniversary of the 1905 land auction that began the formation of Las Vegas. Thanks for watching 7 at 7, and be sure to watch us twice a day, Monday through Friday, and search Review Journal to follow us on your favorite streaming platforms. See you tomorrow morning for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Knock the Injury Law.